Welcome to the Mountain Magnolia Show, where your host, Mary Noble Braden, will introduce you to Swannanoa Valley's most interesting and most iconic individuals.
Let's give 'em something to talk about.
All you wonderful listeners out there, this is Mary Noble Braden on the Mountain Magnolia Radio Show. Thank you all for listening to today's show. As y'all know, our focus here is to reveal the heart and soul of our beautiful community here in Western North Carolina. And today I am so excited to be recording in the beautiful Perry House here in Black Mountain. Guys, if y'all haven't come by here, it is the North Carolina's smallest hotel, and it is a wonderful coffee shop boutique. So come by and check out the Perry House. So I can't wait to get into our show today. We have another amazing guest. Please welcome Emma Allen to the Mountain Magnolia Show. Emma, thank you so much for coming.
Thank you for having me. Hi, Mary Noble. Hi, everybody.
I know, it's such a treat. Well, Emma's got an amazing story, but before we dive into that, y'all know I love to pick a quote every week. It's a Magnolia moment. So give us a little, the quote of the day for you, Emma.
Okay, well, Mary just told me that I had to pick a quote like 5 minutes ago.
And it's going to be a great one.
But this is a quote that I always come back to. It's by Ram Dass, and it is, "You can do it like it's a great weight on you, or you can do it like it's part of the dance." And
I love that.
Yeah, I think about it a lot when, you get hit by a hurricane or whatever happens. It's like a good reminder that life can always have its challenges, but you can just move through it and continue to feel as happy as you can in those moments and have a smile and laugh and find the positive, or you can do it. You can do it all like it's a big weight. You know?
It's true. I mean, I was feeling that this morning because I was doing some things that I said I would do, and not necessarily that I wanted to do, but and sometimes, that's a great way to be. Because you don't want to feel like it's a weight.
Yeah. Yeah, you can like run your errands and listen to some good music and like have a nice morning, even if it's boring, or you can do it like it's a big weight on your shoulders.
It just causes more stress too. Well, you have made a beautiful business, so I cannot wait for people in the area to know more about you. You're kind of behind the scenes a little bit here. So, guys, for those of you that don't know, Emma is the owner of Everyday Oil here in Black Mountain, and this is where it is made, created, and also shipped off. Right?
Yeah. Yeah, we do everything in a little warehouse in Black Mountain.
So cool. And before we get into that, tell the audience a little bit about how you got to the area.
Well, my family moved to this area when I was 12. We moved from a little town called Greenwood in South Carolina. And we moved here. I think my parents had been wanting to come up to the mountains for a long time. And my dad finally got the opportunity with a job. So they moved up here. And so I started high school at Asheville High. And I was very excited to come to Asheville, actually.
Greenwood to Asheville is somewhat different.
To me at the time, I mean, it was like I was moving to the big city and I was going to be, in an entirely different environment and in the mountains. And I was really very excited. I know a lot of people don't like to move, but at the time, even at that age, I was really excited.
You look like you belong here.
Thank you.
And so you went to high school at Asheville High, and then how about college?
Well, I actually went to college in New York. I moved up to just above New York City. I went to Sarah Lawrence College. And then after college, I stayed in the New York area for quite a while. And then that's where I first started making everyday oil. Well, I
Okay.
started making everyday oil, just in my kitchen as a
As a
personal project.
yeah, that's so cool.
Yeah.
Well, so how long has everyday oil been around?
So it started as a business. I think I filed my business paperwork in 2016. I think I sold the first bottle in 2015 at just a little market that a friend of mine was running from her restaurant. She had some friends that, had handmade products, and she asked me if I wanted to sell my oil. And I had been working on my packaging, and I had been thinking about making a product out of it for a while, but I had made it just for myself for probably 5 or 6 years before I made it into a business.
Nice. I love when stories go like this too, where it's just organic and you were just like, I'm gonna just try this.
Yeah, it was just one of those things where I remember at the time I was eating healthier and paying more attention to food, and started looking at the products I was using in the bathroom, and was just starting that journey of looking into cleaner ingredients. And with skincare, gosh, I just remember, I would go to Whole Foods and look at all the natural products, and they would all be in tiny little bottles, and they were expensive. And I would try them and just not really love them, and didn't really feel like they did great things for my skin, or I didn't love how they smelled, and so I just started reading about, ancient skincare practices, and started being interested in using oils on your skin, and started reading, there's, all these scientific journals with studies on oils, and I would read them, and I started ordering things, and I was like a little nerd scientist in my kitchen, and started making potions. And
You're a witch. I'm kidding.
yeah, really. I just started mixing things up, honestly, and tried a million things. Obviously, gave myself some rashes, took some classes, and eventually I made the mix that is everyday oil. And I just really liked it, and it worked so well on my skin. And I felt like for the first time, my skin was just in balance. It didn't feel dry. It didn't feel oily. It didn't feel like, I wasn't breaking out. I felt like it was just relaxed. You know what I mean?
I love that. Yeah.
Yeah. It felt like my skin was just calm and at peace. And so I started using it for everything. I would use it all over my body. I made it first just for my face. But then I was like, well, I have this. Why am I going to use a lotion? I'll just use it everywhere. And I started just thinking about how there's just not many products. At the time, I think now things have changed a lot. But at the time, there just weren't any products that were kind of geared towards your whole family, men, women, kids, just anybody can use it. It's not, most skincare products were really female oriented. And, I knew like a lot of people just didn't know what to use. You didn't want to use like a product that felt really feminine if you're a guy or anyway. So I just started thinking about how you could make a product that was really just simple, just for skin, just for anybody. And I did it.
It's amazing. I have to say, the people I give everyday oil to friends near and far, and just everyone's like, "Where do I get that? That stuff is amazing."
Thank you so much.
I put on some
so nice
today. I was like, all right, which one am I going to put on this morning? So makes you smell really, really good. And it's not overpowering. Essential oils, it's, you can tell it's made with the most, pure ingredients. And
Thank you.
I want to get into that. Can we
Yeah.
talk about because you don't have that many products, very, very simple. Which is awesome. But what your products have in them, what you use them for. There's 3 or 4?
Yeah, so to be honest, we really just make one product. It's just everyday oil,
Yeah.
but yeah, there's different blends.
Yeah.
So it's the same base oils, but then we have different natural scent blends, and they're all plant-based. So the base oils are coconut, argan, castor, jojoba, and olive oil. And
Okay.
so those are the same in every version. And then the first scent that I made, I called it Mainstay, and it has lavender, Palo Santo, geranium, and clary sage.
Wow.
And that, I mean, for people that are sensitive to scents, I think it's really interesting to me. I'm really sensitive to scent, and I think the majority of products on the market have artificial fragrance.
Oh, yeah.
They're synthetically made, and they just smell so much stronger and are much more cloying than a natural fragrance. And naturally derived fragrances are a lot more expensive to make because you have to grow the plants, obviously, and
Right.
it's a lot different than just manufacturing the scent in the lab. So the scents, I think, are a lot different than a synthetically made scent, and the way that our bodies respond to them is really different as well.
It's one of those things. You've got everyday oil on you. People are going to be like, "What are you wearing?" I'm like,
It's so cool. There's interesting studies on some essential oils. Like they did a study on lavender, and it actually increases the alpha waves in your brain that lead to relaxation. So there actually is science behind some of the natural scents and what they can do for just relaxation or different ways that they affect your well-being.
yeah, I'm 100% in.
Thanks, Mary.
All right, so you got your
So there's
mainstay, and what was the next one?
There's Warm Feelings, which is the same base oils, and then it has bergamot, blood orange, and a tiny bit of patchouli.
Ooh.
A lot of people are afraid of patchouli, actually, but the interesting thing about patchouli is it's in a lot of fragrances, and if you use a tiny amount, it just adds this warmth and what I call a skin scent, where you don't smell it if somebody walks by you, but if you get really close to them, you can
Really?
smell it. Yeah, just a tiny little something. Warm Feelings is a lot lighter in terms of its staying power than Mainstay. Mainstay
Okay.
has Palo Santo, so it really sticks with you, which most people love.
Yeah.
And then we have Early Morning, which is lavender, vetiver, patchouli, sandalwood, and a tiny bit of peppermint.
Wow. I like how you mixed them all together.
Yeah. Yeah. And Early Morning is a really calming scent. It's really, really light as well. And, it's named for that time before everybody wakes up when it's quiet and you have a moment to yourself in the early, early morning.
I love that. I love that. You've been
Thanks.
very methodical about how you named them and what you put in them.
Oh, thanks.
And you've got a great story too.
Thank you.
So I've been using everyday oil. You might not want to use me as a model, but I've been using everyday
I
oil.
would love to use you as a model.
From for years now. I feel like I was having lunch with your mom one day, and this is when maybe her friend was buying a house from me, and she was like, "Oh, I put that everyday oil on my arms and my face and my neck," and I'm like, "What? What are you putting on there?" And she's like, "Yo, yeah, my daughter has a company." I'm like, "Really? Tell me more." And so before I knew it, I'm like, "Well, why don't you, can I have like 5 bottles of it?" And, and then I was giving it out to everybody. So I
Thank you.
loved how your mom was just pitching.
Well, she's the number one salesperson in the world. But it's funny because aside from my mom, that is the number one way that people find out about us. It's really, honestly, I think it's amazing. Anytime I go to an event like if we have a sale in person, we go to like a Big Crafty or any of those events, people always say this. They always tell me like, "Oh, I got my mom hooked. I got this off for all my friends. I give this for gifts." People email us and tell us that they give it for gifts and ask for, we sometimes will give discounts for bulk orders and things like that. And it is wild. Like that's the number one way that we've grown is just by people sharing it. So
Yeah.
it really matters. It's it's a big deal for a small company that so many people are so amazing the way they share it. It's so cool.
Yeah, it is. Well, tell me a little bit about how you use your products. Like you put it on your face, your body.
Yeah, so when I was formulating it, one of the things that I was really interested in was how oils can be cleansing as well as moisturizing. And oil cleansing is interesting because you have a natural microbiome. You have an acid mantle on your skin, and it is your skin's natural defense. And so when we started using soap on our skin as a society, we didn't really understand the implications of stripping away your skin's microbiome.
Okay, yeah.
So a lot of people, in my opinion, a lot of people's skin issues are actually coming from using these traditional skincare products where you wash all of your skin's natural oils away with a soap, and then you replace them with an oil-free lotion a lot of the time, which is a lot of fillers and not great things for your skin. And what everyday oil does is it doesn't strip your skin at all. I use it as a face wash and a facial moisturizer in one, and an all-over
Okay.
moisturizer. So you can just use a little bit of water and the oil, and it will take off makeup. Makeup removers are mineral oil, which is a petroleum-derived oil, but oil will remove makeup, and this is just a natural way to do that. And yeah, it cleanses your skin. I mean, there are studies on it. Specifically, castor oil is really, really good at breaking up impurities in your pores and bringing them out. And so you can kind of cleanse your skin without stripping your natural oils. So I like to say it balances with your natural oils
Yeah,
and
so
just kind of gives your
so
skin
you
a
would
little
just
help.
put it on your skin and then wash it lightly off with a rag.
Well, that's the thing. You don't really have to wash it off. You just I just put a little water, and, or you do it right when you're getting out of the shower. Some people do it in the shower, and I
Yeah.
just massage the oil into my skin, and that's literally all I do. If I'm wearing a lot of makeup at night, then you can just take a, warm washcloth and kind of wipe the makeup away and then put a little more on. But it's just this very different approach that we're not used to. We're used to that traditional, like, use soap, wash your skin, wash it off, put a
Yeah.
lotion on. But yeah, this one you don't have to wash off. It's all really good for you, and there's nothing you need to take away.
I was a master at when I was younger, not wearing any makeup and barely ever washing my skin. I just was like, I would just wash it off, and
Yeah.
it. I don't know. I never felt like it was needed, especially when I was younger. As I've gotten older, it is
Yeah.
important. But yeah, I love the everyday oil, and I love the rock.
The rock. Yeah. Yeah, that is called a gua sha, which is a tool that is in traditional Chinese medicine. And we started selling those as a companion to the oil. It's like a way that you can give yourself a massage.
But some like, brings blood to your face too.
Yeah, it's
Really
really
puts
interesting. It's in Chinese natural medicine. It was originally just called coining because they would take a coin. You can really use anything. You could use a spoon. You don't have to buy our gua sha if you want to do this, but you can use any kind of like tool and just somewhat with a little bit of force. You use a little bit of pressure, and you can massage along different acupressure points on your body. If you do your face, it brings blood flow. It is really kind of toning over time if you do
Yeah.
gua sha all the
You can
time.
do your glands or your neck.
Yeah. Yeah, it feels really good on your neck. We have a little drawing that a local artist named Cray Melick did for us, but it's comes with every purchase of the gua sha, and it's a map of acupressure points on your body and different ways that you can use the gua sha that are traditional to the practice in
Nice.
Chinese medicine.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah, we got one for Christmas, and I actually lost it. put it in the house somewhere.
Oh, I should have brought you one. I'll bring
No,
you
and then
another
I
one.
blamed my husband, and I found it like 2 weeks ago.
Oh, you
I'm
did?
like, here it is. And so I've been using it lately. And
Nice.
it's good. I mean, I think it's a great tool to be able to use too, and it really gets the oil in there.
Yeah, it's really relaxing too. It's nice to do it on your shoulders or things before bed. I like to do my arms too, like, where you get sore from typing or using your phone, all those muscles
yeah.
in your arms.
Or working
It feels
out.
really good. Or working out, for instance. Yeah.
No, that's good. I think as an aging woman, it really, like, I like how much color it puts in my face too.
Nice. Yeah.
So,
Yeah, it brings a really good flush.
well, I wanted to go over to, I love your values. So I'm going to read
Oh,
those. Is that
thanks.
okay?
Yeah.
Okay. So here is Everyday Oil's values. We do our best to do good for all. We make choices that support the vitality of our community, our team, our farmers, our suppliers, our customers, and the wider world. We strive toward environmental sustainability, inclusively, the images we put into the world, and accessibility in the, is that the price?
Price of our product.
Sorry. We foster a spirit of continuous improvement. We value optimism and collaboration, and we work together to cultivate consistency and positive work ethic. We lead with love. We treat ourselves, each other, and our community with kindness, openness, and gratitude. We make our own path. Unbound by convention, we are free to explore new ways of doing things by doing our best to do good for all, fostering a spirit of continuous improvement, leading with love, and making our own path. We send small waves of goodness into the universe. Wow. I love that. That's a big I love you to the world.
Thank you. Those core values are kind of fun to read because we sat down as a team and we did them all together. We really talked about, what do we believe in? What are we trying to do? What are we trying to do inside of our building? And then what are we trying to do for the world? And it was really fun. And I actually do believe that. And I feel like our team at Everyday Oil really embodies a lot of those messages. Like one of the coolest things about having Everyday Oil has been being able to work alongside the group of people that we have at the company. The first person I hired was Hillary, and that was 2 years after I started the company. So I think it was 2018. And since now we have 6 people, 7 including me, and only one full-time person has ever left the
Wow.
team. So everybody is really tight-knit, and we all know each other really well. And it's been cool to see a group of people actually work together in a way that feels really fun and good, and not have the typical stress of a work environment.
Power struggles, or, everyone's
Yeah.
here for
Yeah, we don't have
a
that.
core reason.
It's very interesting. Yeah, I sometimes listen to conversations between people at work, and I'm just like, wow, everybody's so good to each other. It's really cool.
Well, you created an amazing place.
Thanks.
Awesome. Tell us also. Well, okay, it sounds like you have definitely grown. You've got 7 people, or six people and 7 including yourself, and you make the oil right down there near Pisgah.
Mm-hmm.
That's where everything is made, and you ship all over the world, right?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Who would you say is your biggest clients?
Well, so we sell online direct on our website, and that's
Okay.
a big part of our business. It's just shipping directly, and we have a subscription program so people can sign up for auto shipment. So we
Oh,
have a lot of
nice.
subscribers, which is really cool. We're very grateful for that. And then we sell to Whole Foods, and we sell to some larger companies. And then we sell mostly to small boutiques, wholesale. So we have a
Nice.
lot of yeah, independently owned boutiques that stock independent labels, and we're in over 500 stores like that around
All
the
over the
U.S.
world.
Yeah, it's primarily the U.S., but we're in Canada, a little bit in Europe, Australia, Mexico,
Amazing.
everywhere, a little bit of everywhere.
I love hearing stories like this. Well, and that's the thing too, you know. I I I became friends with your mom, and then I got to know about you, and this is then I got to know your story, and it's so cool. You live in Asheville, but you work in Black Mountain, and just what you created, you know, it's
Thank you,
beautiful,
Mary.
and we talked about earlier about how you walking down the street, and Emma and I know each other. We have for a while, and we might just know some things about
Right.
each other, you know, and where it's so nice to sit down and let our community hear more about what you're doing, because I know a lot of people know about Everyday Oil, but they
Right.
might have not met you. She's got a great Christmas party she has there too.
Well, we did it once. It was it was a lot of work. I don't know if we're doing another one.
Okay.
But yeah, I love what you're doing with the podcast because I think that's so true. I think it's fun when you get to meet people behind the businesses that you like, and I loved listening to some of your episodes to just you feel like you get to know people a little bit, or like you get
Yeah.
to feel the feeling of if you did run into them on the street and you got to have a little conversation. So I think it's a really great idea, and I also love learning about all the businesses in town.
I'm glad. Yeah, it's great. It's a win-win for everybody because it gives, you know, us time to have connection with each other instead of just the Facebook or Instagram and pictures, and really get an idea of what your story and, gosh, your core values. They're all awesome. It makes me want to go and rewrite mine as well.
Thank you. Well, thanks so much for the opportunity. It's really fun to get to sit down and talk more about we are a little bit, we like to stay low key over there. We don't get out much. We try to keep it.
Yeah, y'all got lots of work to do.
Yeah, that's true. I think about that a lot. Like when we think about doing a store or this or that, it's like we have such a small team, and we really work hard to keep it that way because, we try to run it lean, and we try to keep the main thing by
Yeah,
not doing too much outwards.
which is great. It's good. Well, okay, speaking of, I do want to let the audience know if they would like to go to your website. Tell them where they need to go.
Oh yeah, it's www.everydayoil.com.
That's easy
Yeah,
enough.
it is
And
very.
so you can sign up for a subscription.
You can if you want to.
Okay.
I recommend trying it first if you haven't tried the product. We're actually about to release. This is confidential, but I'll just
This is going to air and not this week, but next week.
maybe I think by then it will be. Let's hope it's live on the site. But we're releasing what we're calling minis, which is just tiny little bottles of all of our products, so that
I
people
love
can
that.
try a little tiny version before they commit to the big bottle.
I love minis.
Yeah, mostly so they can try the scent because it's hard to know from a scent description. I think you really have to experience it
Yeah.
to know what it smells like.
That smells really good. It's
Thank you.
it's not too empowering. It's just really like, what are you wearing? I hear that all the time. Okay, so you can go to your website. You can order the minis if they're out.
You can order the minis, or we actually are stocked in a lot of places locally as well. Here in
Yeah.
Black Mountain, we're in the laundry,
Right.
and we're in
Chifferobe.
Chifferobe. Yeah, I think those are the only two places right here in Black Mountain, but we're in a bunch of places in Asheville as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Perfect. So before I ask your closing question, is there anything else you want to share that we haven't talked about today?
Gosh, just thank you to everybody that supported us. It's been really so helpful to us as a small company to have so much support from the community. So thanks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, you've done a wonderful job. You really have.
Thank you.
And really grassroots and of sharing your creation with everybody. So I think it goes both ways.
It's been a really fun thing to have everyday oil. I had several companies before that didn't really work, and I think most entrepreneurs probably feel that way or have done that before. You try a few things and then you figure out what works, or hopefully one works eventually. So if you are an entrepreneur, just keep trying. But yeah, it's been a really cool thing that everyday oil, that people have responded to it and that they actually like using it the way that I thought they might. It's been cool.
I know. Oh, it's so good. Well, I know I didn't give you much time to think about this question.
Okay.
But I'm going to ask our closing question. And we ask our guests to share one thing with the audience that has changed their life for the better.
Well, gosh, there's so many things that have changed my life for the better. Recently, I did have a baby girl like 15 months ago. So that has been probably the biggest life shift that I've ever experienced. And it's definitely been so magical to have her. I'm so grateful she's here. And also, everyday oil has changed my life for the better. I think my main motivation for making a company was to create my own reality, aside from putting a product out into the world. I wanted to create my own life, and a life for the people around me that felt better than a lot of the jobs that I had been in before. And I'm grateful that I've been able to do that. And it's changed my life a lot.
And you did it, and you're able to have beautiful relationships with your staff and all these people that you sell to. Which is nice.
It's a really cool community, the Everyday Oil community. We get a lot of really nice mail from them. I feel like all of them, I would like all of them. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Well, with the exception of a few I won't mention on the podcast. Sometimes we do get emails that are not as nice, but for the most part, it's a really sweet group. It's pretty cool.
I get it. That's just the way people are.
Well, yeah, sometimes people don't get it in time. Things happen.
Yeah. Well, I can't thank you enough for coming and being on the Mountain Magnolia show.
Thank you so much for having us.
And, you guys, y'all check Everyday Oil out. I have been using this product for at least 5 years, and it is absolutely amazing. So
thank you.
Make sure you go check it out. And I can't wait to have you on the show again, maybe next year, and we'll see what other things are going on.
Ooh, I like that. There's going to be sequels. That's cool.
Yeah, there's going to be.
You should interview well, whatever. You can cut this part out. But I was.
Yeah, good. I love it.
like whenever there's drama in town with different businesses, you should go and be like, okay, it's time to get back on the podcast. Let's discuss what's going on.
The song is "Let's Give them something to talk about."
Yeah.
I haven't quite gotten there yet. People might start not liking me if I start talking about their drama. I'll keep it.
It's a little too small of a town for that,
But it's a good idea. It's a good idea. Well, guys, thank you so much for listening to us. And Emma, thank you so much again for coming on the show. And I hope everyone has a beautiful, beautiful week. And remember, the Mountain Magnolia Show is all about revealing the heart and soul. So we got to really reveal Emma's heart and soul today. So until next week, we'll talk to you soon. Bye-bye.
Thank you for joining us for Mountain Magnolias with your hosts, Mary Noble Braden and Leanne Lewis. Join us next time for more interesting stories from the Swannanoa's most interesting people as we give you something to talk about. Mountain Magnolias is a production of Noble & Company Realty in Black Mountain. For more information, please call them at 828-357-5243. 828-357-5243.